Some mornings you wake up already exhausted by the life waiting for you. You still get up, still function, still move, but something inside you is gone. The world sees you moving, but it does not see how empty you feel. This is not laziness. This is what happens when effort loses meaning. Sometimes you are not tired from doing too much. You are tired from living too long without a why. You can be surrounded by people and still feel completely disconnected from your own life. The hardest part is pretending you are okay when your spirit is quietly fading. A life can look stable on the outside and still feel empty on the inside. You are not just tired in your body, you are tired in your direction. If you keep living like this for 5 more years, would you be proud of who you become? Most people do not break because life is hard. They break because life stops feeling meaningful. Routine becomes dangerous when it disconnects you from the reason you started living. You once had fire. The problem is not that it never existed. The problem is that you stopped protecting it. You can survive for years without joy, but eventually your soul will ask what all of this is for. The way back begins with honesty, not with perfection. Ask yourself, what still feels worth waking up for? The answer does not need to be huge. It only needs to be true. You do not need a brand new life overnight. You need one honest step. Every time you stop feeding the noise, you make space for your real life to speak. Small actions matter when you are rebuilding trust with yourself. Clarity returns when you stop drifting and start choosing with intention. A stronger life begins when you stop saying yes to everything that drains you. You cannot heal your spirit while feeding it the very things that keep it weak. Sometimes clarity comes not from adding more, but from removing what is stealing you from yourself. Motivation does not always come first. Sometimes action is what calls it back. One small promise kept today can become the beginning of a new identity. You are not trying to become perfect. You are trying to become present again. Your future may not need more information, may need more alignment. Self-respect often returns through ordinary acts that tell your mind you still matter. The moment you stop abandoning yourself, your life begins to change. For 2 years, Min kept showing up to life, but he no longer felt alive inside it. Nothing in his life looked broken, but inside him, everything had gone quiet. The scariest kind of emptiness is when you are physically present, but spiritually missing. And in one ordinary moment, he saw the difference between struggle and meaning. He was not tired because life was hard. He was tired because he had forgotten what he was living for. That night, he finally stopped distracting himself long enough to tell the truth. One honest sentence can become the turning point of a life. He did not rebuild everything at once. He began with one question, one promise, one morning. Healing started the moment he stopped, acting like his time did not belong to him. Life did not become easier, it became clearer, and clarity changed everything. When purpose returns, the same body can carry life very differently. A different future is rarely built through one dramatic act. It is built through repeated acts of honesty. The life you want usually begins where comfort ends and truth begins. You do not need certainty to move forward. You only need enough courage to stop lying to yourself. Excuses. Protect your comfort today, but they steal your future tomorrow. Strength is not always loud. Sometimes it is simply choosing not to quit tonight. Your mornings change when your life starts belonging to you again. A meaningful life begins the moment you decide not to betray yourself again. Focus is not just productivity. It is a form of self-respect. Not every battle is about adding strength. Some are about refusing old weakness. You do not need to have your whole life figured out. You only need to stop living against your own soul. You are not too late. You are just being asked to wake up. You were never meant to spend your whole life completing tasks and forgetting yourself. Healing begins when you stop waiting for life to change and start changing how you meet life. The fire you rebuild in yourself can one day become light for someone else. Peace returns when your days begin serving what actually matters. You were never broken. You were disconnected. And once you reconnect with what is true, your life stops feeling like punishment. Your life can change without becoming louder. It can change by becoming more honest. People do not collapse because life is hard. They collapse when they keep walking without knowing why. Find your why and walk again.